the only boss with one S. Mubarak Karim to all our Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. And also a happy new month to all of you from Tap Tap Send in the whole Riase. As you already know, Tap Tap Send remains to be your number one, numero uno money transfer app you can ever find in the whole world. All you have to do is to go onto Google Play Store or App Store and download Tap Tap Send. The name is what? Tap Tap Send. Now, the testimonies from people is overwhelming. Everybody is giving the good testimony about Tap Tap Send because I've used it before and I understand how reliable, secure, and fast the app is. You, if you like, put it to a test and you'll see. So, what are you waiting for? Download Tap Tap Send now. Keep on sending the money to the loved ones and your family and let them appreciate you more. Remember the name. It's Tap Tap Send. Hey.
Tap Tap Send. Send more, spend less.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. That beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, check it, check it, check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
In partnership with Sammy Flex TV Production comes your way with a great opportunity for new and up-and-coming artists as well as already established independent artists, record labels or talent managers. Packages include quality music video shoots and music promotion. We give you clean shots, better video quality and the opportunity to promote you and your work across the globe. For more details and enquiries, call 0553 049 693 or 050 4323 640. Elevate GH and Sammy Flex TV Production. Everything for the culture.
Hello, my name is Bismarck Ejapon. I'm a personal trainer here at Wembley Leisure Center. I am here to help you to achieve your health and fitness goals and also to transform your physique. I'm in the gym almost every single day. If I'm not here, you can come through to the casual area where you find my iPad stand and you can get in contact with me by filling in your details. If not, speak to a member of Better Gym staff and they'll be able to get in contact with myself.
Anyways, another opportunity for us to sit down to discuss some of the progressive stories in our entertainment industry. And here on Sammy Flex TV, when you know we sit like this for Showbiz Daily, then we are here for a good purpose. My name is Sammy Flex and I'm here with all my goons for us to do the work of God. Men of God are seated for us to do this. On your shot, I believe you have seen Roland Amate already, one of the popular faces and voices here on Sammy Flex TV. Then the nation's blogger, Kobe Josvan, is also here, seated from Anointed Electricals and Kobe Josvan Nationwide. He's also here. And at the extreme end, in Tim Dodu Solomon, you can simply call him Chemo. In Tip Dosu Digital Solutions, online manager, Flex Entertainment, for us to do our thing. To Digital Rasta, he's also called Currency, who is on camera, and Richie Flex is the editor and director of the show. Team is set, and I want to believe you're also set. You have some good time to spend with us for us to get some more. Now, you have to also trust in Tap Tap Send anytime you want to send money from abroad to someone here in Ghana or some selected African countries. Just get an app on your phone and you surely know which of these African countries that you can send money to. But the good thing is that as a first-time user, get your promo code SammyFlex, input in your phone, and you are going to make some extra cash in your wallet. That is, if you do the promo code SammyFlex, you get some more money in your wallet. You get some $10, £5, €5, just because you are using TapTapSend. Do it today and thank me later, because this is how we do it here on TapTapSend and SammyFlex TV. We are also proud to associate with them. So what are you waiting for? Drop your comments, drop your reviews, and shout outs to everybody, including Vic Lovely. Yesterday he was on rampage, but still he can go on and on and on and on and on and on, and Yamutu on one of Bebre. We are still doing nothing. I wish someone can explain to him though. But apart from that, we are good. Vodafone Ghana Music Awards is approaching. That is the VGMAs. And some observation that some people have made. I would want us to sweep that and we move on into other stories. So we have some two related stories for VGMAs. One is the fact that we have seen some top artists in Ghana. They have not shared even a single flyer of the VGMA. They have not mentioned anything about the VGMA. And it is making some people ask themselves, does it mean what? They are not interested? Does it mean they don't value the scheme anymore? So far, my search has been able to spot two of such people. And I believe that when we do more searches, we can come up with some more. Though we've not done all, but the two that I've come across one from Sarkodie, who has not shared even a shadow flyer of the VGMAs and his nominees, but that's his nominations. He was nominated in so many categories, as a matter of fact. Then we also have seen Blacko, whose nominations, not even a shadow flyer has been posted or shared on his timelines. Meanwhile, we've seen some fans of him sharing flyers almost every day. Shout outs to Eric Tosca, who is on an agenda to make sure Black Sheriff wins the ultimate artist of the year. I'm asking myself, what does this mean? They are not interested. What is really happening? So, Stonebwoy has been championing or spearheading this agenda. So, Black Sheriff, with his 1.6 million following on Instagram, has nothing shared on the VGMAs. And he says, Blacko and VGMA, is Black Sheriff really interested? 4 days to the main event, and there hasn't been a single post from him on his socials. Anyway, let's wait. That is what he's saying. Same thing, Obede Pombede. He also searched, and Obede Pombede too has not shared anything on his timeline. And I'm sure, like I said earlier, if we should extend this search, maybe my producer will do some honors and go to Stonebwoy and the rest of the people to see. So Sarkodie also is here. It says VGMS is Obede really interested? 4 days to the main event, and there hasn't been a single post from him on his socials. Anyway, let's wait. Oko PSC or the Gumbe 1,000. Then I because how they offer there or the Gumbe 1,005. But how do we interpret this role? You have been doing more events. Take this from top and let's see. Quick one. We have some more stories. So let's hit them quickly.
Let me say huge shout outs to Big Nash.
Oh,
yes,
Big Nash.
Yes. Big man, God richly bless you.
Shout outs to you,
Shout
Big
outs
Nash.
to Big Nash.
I always want to call him and talk to him about our time.
Time difference.
I know, right?
We put that way, I'm sorry.
I know, right?
What's up, man? What?
King Promise. I said, well, King Promise, 1.7 million following. And once again, he says, it's original 5-star really interested. 4 days to the main event, and there hasn't been a single post from him on his socials, especially from someone who has openly told us how disappointed he has been for gaining lots of nominations with no awards to show. Anyway, let's wait. But does this mark of something positive or negative? Funny na make sure the Obeka.
On the part of how do we call it, the organizers there, this is definitely not a good news. In fact, when you look at almost all the contestants in this particular scheme, you realize it's just about 50% of the people who seem to be more enthused about the whole activity going on. The rest of them's attitude have been very lackadaisical. As a pair. Stonebwoy, even in recent time, I think during the private listening party, that was when he made mention of the fact that he realized he's been nominated in the vocalist of the year category, and he also recognized that this is the first time he's entering into such category. This shows that yes, somebody like him, he's been paying attention, like he's been monitoring the space, and whichever thing that comes to his brand, he recognizes it and he's paying attention to whatever is going on. But same way, I'm not sure you go on his page and you'll be seeing flyers of VGMA and all them stuff on his page. And yes, it sends a very huge worry if you are on the organizer side. Because when we want to say, corporate Ghana should come on board to help some of these organizations in order to sustain the industry, most of them, what they want to see is the participation of the people who we are really doing this for. So assuming we say we are doing an event for musicians, and at the end of the day, we don't get even the topmost, and it is not as if they are not part of the scheme. They are part. It is either they sign their consent to being part, or they themselves fired for nomination. So either way, they are still part. And if you don't get them being involved in whatever activity that you're doing, then it is more or less like you are just doing it for yourself. Yes, we know the recent conversation about people and how they feel about award scheme now. But that is why an entity like VGMA in recent time also have been doing so many things possible to make sure that aside winning back the love or still maintaining the love from the fans, they still want to give or keep themselves in the good books of these musicians so that they can also come on board whenever the need arises like this one. So on the part of the organizers there, it is a huge worry. And this even is not a guarantee that most of them are even going to show up on the day of event. This is not a guarantee. We've seen a huge decline in artist participation, especially those who are involved, and I am talking about the A-listers, in going for some of these events. Gone were the days when before you, like the announcement of VGMA, 1st January, the moment you hear they've opened nomination, it is a huge conversation.
That's true.
Like the whole
but artists jubilate when they get nominations.
Exactly. It is
they welcome it with some excitement.
But now it is not the same. And even for 4 or 5 years, even post-COVID, you realize that there's even been a huge decline, like close to 60 to 70%. And it is a huge worry. For the artist, I am sure many of them, it is out of experiences. Some of them also, it is out of the fact that probably in their vision now, it doesn't play a major role in their vision. Somebody like PSC Esther, this particular scheme plays a major role in her vision.
At the moment.
At the moment. That's why she's going all out for it. At a point where Stonebwoy felt the VGMA plaque would play a very important role in his vision, he even organized people, gave them money to do voting party. You understand? So, and we've seen artists who would say, Shatta said he didn't need the award, but on the day when he doesn't get the award, everybody go chop some. You understand? So at a point where you realize the artist feels like, okay, this goes well with my vision at this particular time, you will see them so enthused about it. It is just like, let's Grammy nominate any of them right now. Those who have not posted a VGMA, let Grammy even mention them on their socials. Not even nominate them, mention them on their socials right now. You will see the energy they will put into it. So on the artist side, I believe that most of them out of the experience, because not long ago, I think 2 days ago, I saw medical post when VGMA made a post about him, like a throwback post.
Where he said,
don't do me
like you did to me the other time.
You understand?
I saw it.
So to some of them, it is that kind of experience, which is why they just don't want to get themselves involved too much. So they,
especially the top guys.
Exactly.
The moment they show interest and they don't win, they know the trolls should be more.
Big. So, but on the part of the artists there, it is a huge worry, and I don't know how they are going to find ways to minimize some of these effects, but they should start as soon as possible.
Okay, Kobe, continue from there. what you also think will be the impact of these top stars not partaking in the activities leading to the VGMAs.
All right, thank you so much. Let me use this opportunity to greet our cherished viewers. This VGMA issue, I think the whole board or the whole entity should come up with a new strategy. Yeah.
Do you have any suggestion for them?
Oh yeah, along
you drop
my
it.
Input,
That would be very good.
Because things are revolving now, and right now there's a lot of competition in the space. And I won't be more or less too surprised when I see some of these big stars not doing it. You see, the scheme have been a point for disappointment. No, let me put it like it is true. I know people will be like, oh,
the scheme has been a point for disappointment.
Yes.
Bas, my nigga.
Yes. I mean, people invested so much, they worked for it. Everybody and even the public knew that such people deserve it. But they got disappointed along the line. Someone like him promised. I won't be surprised not seeing him post. Because we know what the guy in terms of Afrobeat, his style, energy. I mean, he stands a chance for winning. But at the end of the day, someone that Yanka Sebe will say, no, wait, dear, come away. But at the end of the day, what we see is disappointment. So I think they have to work on that. And with our T side too, everybody have a direction.
But if you say they have to work on that, then you are making it come across like it is deliberate. That they are not making them win. So they have to work on making them win.
Just as I said, there should be a strategy. I believe there are so many means that they can put things right that will make the whole thing wouldn't be like, oh, I did wait the VGMA at the end of the day, if I put all my trust, my investment in it, I'll get disappointed. There's so many ways for them doing that, and I know they know that. At the end of every VGMA, any award scheme, at the end of the award, there's a lot of talkabilities that we experience. But sometimes when the bad side of it amplifies higher than the good, then that one should equally tell you that there's a question mark somewhere. So they should listen to the general public, just as sometimes along the line, through all these years, they've been listening and tried to bring new things to make the scheme more or less attractive. And I also talk about the reach and direction. You see, per any angle or any direction that you are heading towards to, you have a focus, you have a vision, and you have a plan towards it. Stonebwoy back years will be too desperate looking for VGMA. But almost all the big awards in terms of Ghana here, he has it all. So right now, I'm not saying he's not interested. Yes, he's interested. But the level at which he will gear high towards the awards this time around wouldn't be as those days.
Because he's won almost all the important
the VGMA Artist of the Year, he has it. So right now, if I have what
he's won
I
dance
need,
hall reggae for about 4 continuous times. Five, okay.
So why not me trying to focus on other sector? And if someone like Stonebwoy in the direction assistant, you can see right now the focus is not on the local market now, but he's focusing on the international. Because already he has won every contest when it comes to Ghana. Nobody, I don't think you go to villages and even mention Stonebwoy and people who recognize. Only few. So now the agenda will be a different thing.
Okay.
So now I think the board should more or less try and build a consensus with them in terms of performances. These are some of the things too that will also bring the love back, because even the maiden events, some of the big boys, they don't show up.
Yeah.
So what is it? If it should be a business deal, business negotiation with them, a win-win affair. I'm not talking about the award side, but in terms of performances, there can be some kind of conversation that will also add more value.
And then coincidentally, Shatta has been saying this. So.
Yeah, and that is it.
Not to cut you, because I was also thinking of an instance where, okay, Shatta has not been nominated in this year's scheme. Is there a way the scheme can still pull some strings in order to get some of these guys who probably are not nominated to perform? Because as far as I know, somebody like Uforian Ponsa has not been nominated, but he's on a flyer to perform.
Oh, Uforian has performed.
Oh yes, he's on a flyer to perform. So I'm asking myself, okay, if these guys are being involved, then how about some people who we know can also pull the crowd? Or is it about whoever gets nominated or no one will have a slot to perform? And I said,
okay, yes.
So, I mean, before I conclude, I think everybody is emotional. That one day I know. But in the field,
and it's not bad to be emotional.
Yes,
sometimes
yes.
the way we talk about
yes. Because you are emotional to what you are doing. Your work, you love your work, you have it at heart. So anything that is going wayward or that will affect you or your work or your brand, there's no way you just leave it loose like that and let it go. Okay. So just as we talk about this emotional thing, we should more or less put aside too much personal emotion when it comes to anything like entertainment. Because sometimes, I mean, it happens in the industry, you see. But because I've said, for the past years, I stepped on your toe, one way or the other. You still have that pain in you. What I said, I'm not saying say everybody can still have pain, but when it is business, we should understand. You don't need to be fine with me before we work.
Okay.
If we all have a role to play and everybody is to play his or her role right, and that thing will make us achieve the core or the purpose that we are looking for, why don't you work per that direction and everybody goes his way? But when you see it like, because I've said we are TM and I say, oh no, we will still be talking about this whole thing, and it will be affecting our industry. Most of our problems, I might say, most of our problems in this industry are our gatekeepers.
Who are they?
Oh, they know themselves.
Who are they?
And so I mean that one, everybody.
Do you know you are a gatekeeper?
Yeah, sure. That is what I'm saying.
Most
of our problems are the gatekeepers. Some are causing good. Some are behind the scenes, in front of the screens. They are giving the impression as if say they are doing good along the line. The harm that they are causing behind the scenes are more than the good. So let's work on this thing. Think about the industry, and trust me, we will have a better industry. If not that, we'll be crying like this, complaining like this, raising this agenda, and always make people feel like they are doing nothing. And let's respect people. Drop their self-entitlement, this thing. When it is work, let's work. Let's celebrate people along the line. Those who have contributed. Ibima Yajuma Obebuano along the line, but or kind of story, Ubi Obuan in Pobe Katinefim. Sanya many in So let's forget about the unnecessary ungratefulness. The ungratefulness is too much in this industry. Let's appreciate anybody that contributes to your craft along the line, even the beginning. Plus, I mean, just as I'm talking today, anytime I stand, I mention your name. Do you know why? I started this blogging in 2016. I've worked with people behind the scenes, wrote articles for them. They sit on radio stations. Sometimes they don't even pay me, not even bundle. Nothing they can. But none of these guys thought like, oh, let me also try and put this guy on. So as one day, Sammy narrating my story back, I said, along this blogging career, this person equally what also placed me on. None.
So you were throwing shade?
Yeah, no, I'm not throwing shade. I'm not throwing shade. I am talking about realities. Like, yeah, realities. I don't know when the cost behind the scenes, but be a motive obi man coffee feel say they are treating them good, but meanwhile, so they are not doing well. So kudos to you for always putting me on. God bless you so much for that opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Amen. So man used another opportunity to throw some shade. I took the shade kakra cover. Yes, Chamu, cause
this is the signature announcement in my camera. Kobe just won the nation's well, I think VGMA, they have done well to keep it till this time. I think about 24 years. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
This is the 24th or 25th edition. Yes. So for to do an event for 24 years, Charlie.
Big deal,
yes.
Especially in Ghana.
Ghana here,
where resources for entertainment programs are always limited.
The lifespan for most companies is 10 years.
So they have really done well in that aspect. But I think they are losing connection with the A-list artists or the big artists that can influence how people patronize the whole thing. And they should find a way to get them back. I think it's declining day year after year. You see that it's really going down. But this is a huge event here in Ghana. It's more or less a festival of our music industry, where at that point everybody will be watching, looking at it, and sharing their views and opinions and all that. I think they should do good and connect with the A-list artists especially. Yes. As for the viewers, or let me say the ordinary music lovers or entertainment lovers, we are okay. We are okay with what is going on. If you are not okay, we will come here. Some will insult them. Some will also say for them, and that's how the game is anyway. So that there's no problem there. But when the A-list artists, when they are pulling out, like the way we are seeing it, for somebody like Shatawale is in public, it's obvious. He says he doesn't want to be part of it. But we have others who will not say it, but their behavior is saying otherwise. Yeah. They are not saying that we don't want to be part of it, but the way they are behaving says it all.
I think I like this twist.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are not saying they don't like it, but they are also not showing any sign that they are enthused about it.
Yes. So I think it's a challenge for VGMA to work hard to get everybody on board, especially people who genuinely may want to join, but maybe the reason for them to get in or to do more is not really there. They have to find a way to bring them back, and some of these things will involve paying some of them, giving them more or less a butter something. Maybe we will also do this,
making them feel a bigger part
of it. Yes. We will support you in a certain project, like something. But they can do more.
Behind the scenes, I hear they do all these things with them. Because I remember those days, George Quay was saying some of these things indirectly, that they have a way of doing some things with the artists that are with them, kind of. Yeah.
And the artists, are they responding?
Because all those who use the Grand Arena. You know the Grand Arena is for Charter House. And I'm not sure they charge them as it is. Because they think there is more or less like a partnership. I'm sure it is even part why Sarkodie is performing this year. I'm sure that it is even part why Sarkodie is performing this year. Yes, because one, Sarkodie has been using the place for his thing. And if you want it, if it is 50,000, we give you 25. I agree. You also perform for us. We also pay you something. It is part of it because the way Sarkodie is doing on looking on VGMA, I'm not sure he will be willing to perform. Is Stonebwoy performing this year? No, I guess.
No, I think so.
The one we saw, Stonebwoy was not part.
Okay, so it's good if they are doing something like that, but it says what it is telling us is that they should do more. Because that's good. I mean, they should find a way to bring them in, not necessarily begging them to come, but doing partnership, doing business kind of thing with them for them to also be part of it. We know that our award scheme is an award scheme. It's not how do I put it? It's not an avenue for you to make huge money as an artist or something like. Now that there's a VGMA, I have to charge them that from there I would say that I have enough money. No, it doesn't work like that. Go and organize your own show and take your money, not VGMA.
Good.
VGMA is just for the event, and it's a way to honor musicians, to recognize their hard work. That's what it is. It's not about charging them high or doing something like that. But VGMA can go in their own way, stretch the limit of how they want to operate, just to get people interested in what is going on. And again, I think they should do more with the artists after the event, as in you give them, you interview them in a way about the event. When they have an award, you also let them talk about it. If some of them have charity organizations or they are doing any project, you support them to come out with a mini documentary or something. Sometimes you can even show it during the event time and all that. I think that's what happens elsewhere. BET, we see them. We see them in MTV-based awards and other stuff. That's what they do there. And I think it will generate more interest for the A-list artists, because if they have a project going on, they know that if they get involved, they will get a chance to showcase what they have done on the event day. Like Sarkodie's project, for instance, the SHS tour that
yeah.
is going on. It will be beautiful for them to play it on that day and let Sarkodie or the team say something about it. And you can only get that chance if you are part of the event. If you want to be involved with what is going on as VGMA. So I think VGMA should do more. At least we are now in an era that we can learn from others and even do it better.
Okay.
So they should be learning from the BET, Grammys, whatever, what they do to keep the interest of the entertainers. Yes. And it's important because you have run
the Grammys, even old, older musicians are still following.
Yeah.
On the day you see them all dressed on the red carpet.
Yeah.
But with our scheme, VGMA, even a match the day crowd will not come.
Oh, come. Yeah. And,
a match the who is performing, he won't come.
Yeah. You know. So I think they should do more and involve all of them. It would be beautiful to get somebody like that Lumba and Annette Champo.
It should be a night for our musicians.
Yes.
All the people we have seen for a longer time. Where it is VGMA, they should all converge.
Yes, they should all come around. And some of them Hall of Fame, VGMA. I don't know even if they have VGMA Hall of Fame.
They don't.
No, they only have the lifetime achievement.
So that day you mentioned some names, people that you have now putting them into the Hall of Fame, like some kind of. It should be more than just announcing the winners for them to come for their plaques. If it's that way, then with time people will lose interest. So they should do more than what is happening now. Okay. And I think they can do better. But I will still congratulate them and say kudos to them for running the whole thing for 24 years. It's not an easy thing. Yeah.
Okay, so Chemo, still be on it. Be on it and let's do this. As it stands now, we have seen a post from the official Facebook handle of the Church of Pentecost, aka COP, supporting PSA Esther, who is up for competition in about 5 or so categories. And as it stands now, I'm asking that, will this impact her position in terms of what to win and what not to win on the day? Because when Church of Pentecost official handle fires, it means that every corner Ghana's Church of Pentecost, including outside of Ghana, they have all seen this. In Ghana, if there is one church that has been able to break every corner, you can't overlook Church of Pentecost. Go to every village, every town, there is a Church of Pentecost there. And if they really go out to say we are voting for one of our own, in this case PSA Esther, will this be impactful? Let's read what the Facebook page posted. Chemo will take it from there. It says that, Richie, after this, go onto the page. Let me see the reaction so far. It says, it is time to show our support for the talented deaconess, PSA Esther. Oh, she's a deaconess. And yeah, Samna Sanse. For the talented deaconess, PSA Esther, and Sani Kunusu, a deacon. She's been nominated for 7. Well, I said even 5. She has been nominated for 7 awards. Best Artist of the Year, Best Gospel Artist of the Year, Best Gospel Song of the Year, Most Popular Song of the Year, Best Female Vocalist of the Year, Best Music Video of the Year, and Best Songwriter of the Year. Let us rally behind our sister and daughter and help her bring this award home. Hashtag maximum impact. Hashtag possessing the nations. And this year, the theme for Church of Pentecost is possessing the nations. And the nations blogger is also a member of Church of Pentecost. Well, this being impactful, Chamo, a bit me, I'm my name BSc.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. I think, Church of... What I'm wondering is, are we still voting or can they...
Yes, they are still voting.
Okay, then this is good. I think it's timely too, and it will have an impact. Church of Pentecost is one of few churches who have done so well, but the root of it is in Ghana here. Everything started.
Okay.
And then they have been able to go.
Oh, okay. So I wanted reaction so far, and in terms of likes, it has gotten 1.2 likes. Yeah. It has gotten 82 comments, and it has gotten 207 shares.
Yes. I think they have enough members all over the world. It started here in Ghana. It's not like Roman Catholic or the Methodists, others which came from abroad to our places. For Pentecost, it started in Ghana here, and then they are outside over 150 countries or so. So they have really done well, and they know how to spread the gospel. When you just look at that kind of thing that they have done. So in the same vein, I think they have what it takes to push for their members to support PCS Star, or even others join. The whole thing is that in our environment or in our settings, people want to associate with that spirituality and then being a church person. So some people who have not even been to church for 10 years will still say that they go to Pentecost. They say they worship with them. Somebody like Roland, he's a Pentecost member, but I doubt the last time he stepped in church and all that. So Pentecost, I think they are doing well, and this thing will also help them, and it will help PCS Star as well, and more people will associate. Just that this game is not just about you getting the support. It's also about the craft of the person that you are supporting. But PCS Star will qualify in that sense too. She has done enough job for people to say that yes, you are a good musician and you deserve some form of award, and it will include the VGMA Artist of the Year. So it's positive, and I think it will have an impact, especially when people like Roland and others also want to associate. They will at least vote once and say that me too, I supported because I go to. In fact,
I did my academy voting, and it was good.
Yeah, for sure. I think it will have an impact.
It was good.
Yes.
I said mine.
It was good. Yeah, he's talking about his. Yes. So I think it's good. It's good, and it will definitely have an impact. Just that I think the artist is her own presence or value in our space will also count. Apart from getting that support, her own influence in the space will also play a role. So she has the potential to win, and if you follow the history, Hannah Dinah Entry Hamilton got the same kind of support, and she won. And the same way, this lady too, she's on that path, and I think based on even the interest or how the competitors or those who are competing, the way they are behaving, I think PCS Star, she will be in the lead by now, because others don't show that interest that you think they should be showing. So if PCS Star, she's all over the place, she's doing her best, and now getting such a huge endorsement from Pentecost Church in general, I think this is good for her, and I will not be surprised if she wins.
Well, alongside the support from the Church of Pentecost, I've also seen the guys who form the Table of Men. The agenda on academy members to vote, it wasn't easy. Like you'll be there now and someone will send you a text message that, hey, please vote for PCS Star. Personally, I've received 1,001 messages already. And they are really pushing. So I'll not be surprised. And yesterday, I think it was yesterday or so, I saw Tilly Akuanipa had put out a compilation of Sarkodie's fans who think that Sarkodie is even bigger than the award. So they are not even voting, they are not supporting. So if all these things come against them people and PCS Star gets above, she can beat them easily.
Yes.
Because Stonebwoy is there.
Yeah.
His fans really are not pushing. At the moment, he's thinking about his album. Blacko is also not doing much there. So it means they are also losing out from that contest.
Yes.
And Sarkodie, same way. And these are the top favorites there. these are the top favorites. They are all playing on looking to that party. Joe Metal, Joe Metal, I'm sure within him would even want PCA to win, but all my Bontima Mecca, unfortunately. So if they are not careful and they get the board and the academy support small, they are winning. Yeah. And me Saturday.
At this time, in fact, I'm convinced that PCA Star at this point will be on top of my list. I was looking at Black Sheriff and PCA Star who will take it, and maybe Sarkodie will surprise me. But at this point, I'll narrow it to PCA Star and Black Sheriff. But looking at the way they the interest of the artists, then I will not be surprised if PCA Star takes it. Yeah.
Okay, Kobe, take over. Church of Pentecost support for PCA Star and whether it will be impactful.
Yeah, for sure. Very, very impactful. And first of all, my member Church of Pentecost for Abaso. I'm saying, your team and they say we are possessing nations. And we are indeed, we are doing it. There are some villages that I go. Possessing the nations. We are possessing. And we shouldn't forget that when PAC came on CTV, she stated something. She said she is winning it, and through that medium, he's going to use that medium to evangelize and win more souls for Christ. And I think that has been the core value for every gospel, minister. So me we never me there. Ade ba konso so me consider and say brother Sammy say the churches are now understanding say it is not just like a award you are say they are now understanding say no, that same platform that we see it say it is worldly, no, to say in quote people think say these people they have their way of doing their stuff, so we shouldn't associate ourselves with them or trying to get closer to them, because if we do they might influence us to a wrong path. But they are now understanding say even if we get closer to those people and we play our cards well, it will go a long way to even benefit the Christian fraternity. And no dispute or no two ways about it. When Joe Metal won the Artist of the Year, we realized what happened. It brought a whole attention to the gospel fraternity. Which means if the gospel people understand the game and play their dynamics very well, it will revolve the industry, and they will now come in line with them. The competition will be more or less higher. Right now, when you nominate a gospel artist for the Artist of the Year category, people don't have that kind of tax, so because they've been a precedence. So me, I love what the Church of Pentecost are doing.
Oh, okay.
And we saw the result. But
history very pretty
the expectation shouldn't be high, because with VGMA everything is possible.
But if they did it for Dinah and it happened, why do you think
the
expectation should not be high?
Yeah, with VGMA everything is possible. There are some people that they might be working behind the scenes, but obi or juma closed doors. One babontin and be on the identity. It should be a very a huge threat to PAC, because you consider Blacko baby or that is here. Blacko is now having an international record label, and you know what labels can do. They might not be talking, ranting on social media just as other people are doing, but behind the scenes, they're doing the works. Yeah. So that is one thing that the gospel people, my people should know. Say, am I a 3 years on the one? Sometimes when you're playing some tournament, we over fans now. The audience never also baby my room put them relaxing for my head. But the least chance that you lose when you bounce, no, we are so and their friend are yeah, until they close the voting. Stance, no, we should keep on voting. Me say, we never emit it, because we are possessing nations and we are ongoing doing that. And the Church of Pentecost is doing more good. In himself, people have their way, master. You're doing prisoners for, you can have your different mindset. Yeah. See, I got tough van, and per se, caught in crossing in
More than the super.
Oh, yeah, so when the church say you near brace, per se, and say, oh, I want to know when you are sorry, be aqua. Church of Pentecost. Yeah, from.
Is the ish. Well, Ro, yeah, baba. In your daddy, baba. Chemo warrior. Ro, drop it.
The fear of unknown. Saturday we won't. People will get broken hearts. I know some people will say, oh, it is normal with VGMA. So many people on the night don't get what they expect. But you see this here, it will happen. Like, it will big!
On become.
Guys!
But still, I did
still. It will happen because you see, this morning I was scanning through the categories and I was just just paying attention to certain details. Okay, some people are doing this. Some people are also having conversations and are not making it public. Now the political game of this whole thing is on a different level. It's on a different level. Kaish. The conversations that are going on as far as people getting what they want is concerned, you can't leave anything to chance. Me, I would want to congratulate the church, and in this, I won't only congratulate the Church of Pentecost alone, but I will want to congratulate every church in this country who are doing everything possible to make sure they support some of these talents in their fraternity. It is not only the Church of Pentecost that have proven say they support, or at a point where some of their members need them, they come to their aid or give them a word or two of encouragement. But when you check the lives of Joe Metal, some other gospel artists who also belong to some churches, you realize that some of these churches even go as far as even creating, if not creating a mini label in church, also giving people up to them to support them in their career.
They have some support system.
Exactly.
Yeah, some of them.
Yes, and that is what I would want to congratulate these churches for, because gone were the days where you realize that when it gets to competition like this, hardly do gospel musicians represent. Hardly. And so far, gradually, they are warming themselves up into the big leagues. So on a day when we have about, yes, we know the secular artist dominates the whole industry, but then I am sure now they are doing so well that on a night we can have about 3 or 4 gospel musicians performing, and it is beautiful. And when they come on stage, look at the kind of performance or the level of performance they give. Last year, from Niela to the is it Dynentry Hamilton, and even PSC Esther herself. If yes, Bryce, I mean the performances were top notch.
Yeah.
You can't take any of them out.
Scott Evans, he didn't perform.
No, he has performed. I don't know. Was it 3 music awards?
Yeah,
Scott Evans, I know, has performed in one of the
music. Yeah, I think he did.
Or he was on unsung.
I think 3 music.
I think he was also nominated in unsung also. Yes.
He's been doing
our agenda. So
that is where I know the conversation about who is going to win and all that. We will have a different conversation about it. But I just want to use this opportunity to congratulate them churches, because it is about time. See, sometimes some of these churches, you get to a point when you realize that, Charlie, you've invested almost your all in the building of the kingdom of God. And we know whoever supports the kingdom of God, God himself supports the person. And you guys or the churches say God will not rain manna like he did before. Therefore, whatever need or whatever blessing that he's supposed to give it to you, he uses it or the funny person or the amount. It is said, if they say there is light ahead of the tunnel, light then it makes worshiping God, especially in churches, very, very difficult, which is why some people would even prefer to sit in their homes and say, yes, but then if churches like these make people like Dynentry Hamilton, the PSC Estes have some sense of belonging, tomorrow, Obie will say, okay, Dynentry Hamilton, Edru ne so onwa epri ni moje nu kodru this level. this is the kind of push they were able to give to her. PSCS that's let's look at the word or two they are throwing in for her. But there's someone to about even this particular endorsement is huge enough to encourage the people say you can do more, and when you get
and
there,
it calls for attention for
exactly.
You as well. Because there's the whole Church of Pentecost.
Exactly. When you get
verified account.
When you get there, you still have some sense of belonging and we still support you. It feels good and it looks good, regardless of all the politics they are playing. But me, I would hope, or like, before I conclude, VGMA for Ombenyeska. Ombenyeska.
Because of the voting alone.
Rasame. Ombenyeska.
Big ups to Don.
Well, big ups to them because some move way.
Matthias. It means offered to be good near the F Atuaba. A Bassan organizers Ninyesika. And the Sarkodie fans Omon to Abano. Stonebwoy fans end to Abano. Black Cherry fans end to Abano. Now PSC fans Ato. Ama box no adults one. What are you waiting for? We give it to her and we are good. I've also seen a photo or a flyer of Nigeria's own Tiwa Savage going to perform at King Charles III. That is his coronation, which is scheduled to happen in London. And I'm here shouting like an ambulance. Wow. How did she get there? I know there are some people, when they see some of these things, then they'll come over and say, and go and see Jackie. Jackie is playing at in the club. Like, those things are not necessary, man.
Yeah.
The fact that Tiwa Savage is playing for King Charles III doesn't mean Jackie should also be playing for Dubai's Sheikh. No, it is not like that. In this world, when your time is up, even in your sleep, they'll wake you up, collect your money, wake up, don't sleep. They'll wake you up to come for your money. So yes, we see this and it calls for celebration of the people who are there. It calls for some value to be placed on them. But it doesn't call for us to devalue the rest down there. So Richie, let's see some of them. And this is BBC. That is the Pidgin segment in Nigeria. They have BBC Pidgin. They write everything in Pidgin, even in their stories. It says, Tiwa Savage go perform for King Charles III coronation concert. And it doesn't happen easily. This is a royal performance, and it is London we are talking about. Those people are very, very careful who they deal with. People in London, they are very, very particular about their dealings. They just don't roll with anybody. In fact, they are very, very meticulous. And anytime they are doing some of these things, it means they've gone through their things before they will pick you. And Tiwa Savage, this is a big deal for her. You can bring the other flyer, the last flyer that was on. No, not this one. So it is happening on Sunday, 7th May. That is the day after our VGMAs at the Coronation concert at Windsor Castle. And it is happening live with our own sister from Africa, Tiwa Savage. Hey, Tiwa, I know her story, but still, they didn't consider all those things. She's there to perform. They didn't cause any problem.
No, not at
Kobe,
all.
big deal or small deal?
Huge one. Huge one. Brass, I mean, when I see this thing, I'm not surprised. So, who's the man?
Why?
Not surprised. Oh, it is PR game.
PR?
Yeah.
Explain further. Let me understand. What do you mean by PR?
PR are doing their game. The label too are functioning.
Plugs.
Yes.
Yes. Someone really worked at placing her there. Yes. Not because she deserves it. Is that what you mean?
Oh, but she deserves it because she has worked for it.
Well, I get it now.
She deserves
so
it.
She deserves it though. Yes. But still, someone should also pull
welcome.
some plugs.
Yeah.
Very good point.
Someone have to connect something somewhere.
Inti
we no me pese brass am we dey mechanic.
Okay.
Me pese enko for ne tie ase the same adrena mo want to say we are artists or they will look like angel. It's not like that. When the right people are there, regardless of you being a Satan, if you are meant to be there, they'll push you.
They'll push you there.
Tiwa ye wo krum ha yenim recently ni niema bi e be about. Like that thing wasn't
Pentecost.
Oh no.
La. Continue talking.
No.
Possessing the nations.
Yes.
Roland Carton.
Yeah. So I'm sure Kobe, you might have to speak in English. So
okay. So what I'm trying to say here is that sometimes, regardless of your personality, when you've worked hard for it and you deserve it, you will get it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter about your attitude, mannerism, and other things. Just as our very own people think that for an artist, you need to look like an angel before setting portfolios. You can get an opportunity. You need her when something good comes, or when our Nigerian people get big gigs like this. The best thing that our presenters or our media people can do is that they will use that medium to insult our very own people. The fact that someone is winning, that doesn't mean that the other one not winning is a fool. Everybody has a way, his working strategy, and to him that thing bears fit.
Yeah.
So until we all want to win just like our people are winning, when you also get opportunity there, put Ghana man on, and that's what Nigerians are doing. Always I have this reference to make. Brass, I worked as a bar attendant once after my secondary school. Do you know one thing I love about these Nigerian people?
No.
When they come to your place, they will tell you, play Nigerian songs and any drink at all.
A bar in Accra or?
No, Takrady.
Oh, okay.
Play Nigerian song. And the very moment you start playing Nigerian song, forget.
They'll be tipping you.
That tips, there's other things. Because they have the mindset, say, whatever it is Nigeria. If it is good, it is putting the people of Nigeria on the map. So they have that mindset and they have that agenda. So every Nigerian knows that any corner that I find myself, I should try and put a Nigeria on. And whatever good it is in the name of Nigeria. Gone in the olden days, when you mention Nigeria, we all know what comes into our mind. And I know my Nigerian friends will be angry. Because I'm saying it. Because, yes, like 419 and this kind of stuff. But they understand, say, no. We have to change the direction. We have to change the status quo. We have to change how people see and picture the Nigeria as a country. So let's put music on it.
And movies
and
as
connect with the right people. And you are doing it. Yeah. So everything that has a name is possible. And if you have the right people, you will surely get it. Sometimes you deserve certain things, but if the people that you surround yourself with are not the right people, someone who doesn't deserve will equally affect that. So it is a very huge platform, and me, I love it. I am a day. Say BBC because but our gatekeepers, anytime I will say I'm part of it. But at this point, so our gatekeepers, those that they can make things work, let's forget the personal differences, personal attack, what team you are coming. Let's put it aside. If you're in London and you can connect a Ghanaian on and a big platform, that also puts the Ghana map on. Just do it.
Let's do.
But we shouldn't also forget that like we support the one who is ready, who has worked for it, and at that moment can represent Ghana. So kudos to our people, and let's support Agenda Ghana.
Okay, thank you so much. This is beautiful for Tiwa Savage. Interestingly, there was a Ghanaian who was cooking jollof for the Queen. I don't know why the Ghanaian did not push for some of our guys to also be on the same platform though. Chamo, what do you think about this for Tiwa?
Oh, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. But the point is that people who deserve to be there, there are many. But we can't put everyone there. So there should be other means to select the one to be there. And for whatever reason, Tiwa Savage and her team, I think they have done well to get the slot. I mean, there are many people who deserve to be there, but they will only choose few.
Yeah.
So if you have a good team, if you are strong enough, then you get there. First of all, I think she has done enough, or she has done what it takes to get the recognition. So even if you are not there, but maybe during the deliberation of the people that they should invite, if you were part of it, it means you have worked hard enough and you also deserve it. But the point is that not everybody who can be there at the same time. So by all means, they have to select few. And now, Tiwa Savage and her team, they have done whatever it takes to get the slot. And yeah, kudos to her and even to Nigerian entertainment in general and even Africa as a whole. I mean, you hardly get some of these opportunities to perform to crowd like what they are going to get. This event is invitational. It's by invitation.
I hear Otunfo was also invited.
Yes.
Okay.
And even when you look at the way they write to invite you, it's not a joke. This is a huge thing, and people who are going there or the people that they will allow to be there, they are the creme de la cremes of this world. They are the movers and shakers, the decision makers of this world. They are the ones going there. So if you have the opportunity to perform for them to listen to you, that's a big deal. It's a big deal, big one. I mean, so this is good for Tiwa Savage as a person. It's good for the country, Nigeria, and even Africa as a whole. And it's a way to introduce our music, our entertainment to the rest of the world. I mean, now, some of them may not have heard that name before, Tiwa Savage, but after the performance, some of them will by all means tell their people to look for the songs or other things about the person and even the country she's coming from. So this is a big deal, and it's not only a win for Tiwa Savage as a person, it's not only a win for even Nigeria as a country, it's a win for Africa as a whole, and people should emulate. And it's not a joke, like it's not like, oh, she did her thing and sitting somewhere and they call her. I think yes, when they even call for a list, people that we should put on, they will start doing consultation, and so the names will come out. And the consultation, if your team are closer to the place or closer to what is going on,
to the powers that be,
yes, by all means you can suggest to them, but they will not just take your suggestion, or they will not just put her on because you are part and you say that they should put this person on. No, they will also evaluate or assess the person, the product that the person is bringing, and see that yes, this is worthy of us showing it to people, or this is worthy for us to achieve the kind of entertainment we want to give to our people. So congratulations to Tiwa Savage and the team working so hard to make this thing happen. And this is good for us as Africans, and I think we should be happy for her. Yeah.
Nice one. Ro, I'll speak finally on this. Let's move on to other businesses as well.
Sammy, let me say congratulations to Tiwa Savage, Nigeria's entertainment industry, and Africa as a whole. This actually reminds me of them days when Kwame Nkrumah used to travel with musicians and all that to other countries to make sure that, aside them hearing of our sounds and the kind of introducing our talent to them, they also empower people to also do something meaningful or something great. So when opportunities like this present themselves, they can equally put certain people on. Sometimes we need to be proactive in certain conversations. Yes, like Chemo said, many names would come up and it will just be a few. Many will be called, a few will be chosen.
Yeah.
But then you can equally be part, whether directly or indirectly, to this particular event, and it will still make sense.
Yeah.
When it comes with an event like Grammy, say you be a nominating. You can go there as an ordinary person and still be part. Not long ago, we saw the likes of Stonebwoy, Adam, and the likes on the red carpet, and they were there. So I'm just imagining, okay, this is the creme de la creme of people, the movers and shakers of the world, who are gathering at a place to celebrate one person. First stops, there's some of these leaders who probably have received some of these invites to deliberately say that, okay, as part of my entourage, I want to go with this musician. I want to go with this personality. And
he wants to go with the personality to do what?
To do what?
So this is what I mean. In Nkrumah's invitation with these musicians to go there, it is not as if the musicians were directly invited to come and perform.
It depends on the role.
Exactly my point. So
but
sometimes
this one, if Otumfuo says he wants to go with the Adowa group, when they go there, they will not. If they are not on the program lineup to function, they will be there and there will be nothing. Unless he goes there and after their thing, he also organizes his side thing.
So sometimes some people need certain opportunities, and even with this that I'm mentioning, definitely it's even if Otumfuo or even the president of the land wants to take somebody along, it will still be based on selection and preference, and whoever is available at what point. You understand?
But Otumfuo they are man for
yes.
Not in the direction that you want it to be.
Exactly. At a point where we feel like, okay, just like the Gabon government is doing, where they are deliberately trying to get people to connect with their musicians. What stops us from saying, okay, in our space, when we take all the A-list artists, we realize that, okay, my favorite is Sarkodie, my favorite is Shatawale. What stops you from saying, okay, Charlie, accompany me? It is not about him going to perform directly to the people there, but certain introductions, certain conversations can at least help these people. And
it will depend on what his agenda is.
Definitely.
This agenda, I can say he has less power and less influence. He can decide to, okay, this is June. We are I think last year he did some visit to one of the American states. I've forgotten. We even reviewed it here. He went to one of the American states and I've forgotten. Shit.
The president?
No, Otumfuo.
Okay.
He went there with I think it was a dental organized some organization like that in one of the American states. That particular thing for is that he can go and do what he.
So that's
we are talking about.
Because I'm also looking at, you see the time Obama came, the likes of Black Rasta and some other musicians were also tasked to go and perform, to go and entertain.
No, don't get it twisted. Black Rasta, for instance, was not invited by Ghanaians. He was called for by Barack Obama before they brought they took him there.
So I am just trying to think out loud. Say, okay, is there a time where somebody would think like Kwame Nkrumah and say, oh, okay, even though you've not been called.
It was Memphis. Yes,
okay.
Memphis in May. That's how the event was called. Memphis in May.
Then obviously these things we can't push much. It will just be some of these things like you're saying. That is when they can do certain things like this. But all the same, it is good. It is good because for Tiwa Savage to get this opportunity, it is not because she is better than any artist in the world or any artist in Africa or in Nigeria. It is because one, she is very competent. Competence is one. Opportunity is two. And you being available, you can be competent, you can have the opportunity to go or be qualified to go. But if you are not available at that particular time, it will be difficult. And I know definitely the likes of Davido, Stonebwoy, Burna Boy, and all them people's name would be mentioned. They will come up for conversations. But we know if these guys are not available, we know the recent busy schedule. If not like directly, we can imagine the busy schedule of somebody like Davido in recent times. And some of these things can just skip him because probably he's busy or something. So I would just say congratulations to Tiwa because she's earned it with her hard work and all that. And I hope that in future, some people from our side would also get the slot to get some of these opportunities.
If they do their things well, why not? That is what the world is ready to recognize, each and everybody's effort. If you do your things well, you'll be fine. Now, let's move on to another story that calls for some controversies a little bit in there, coming from Pono BM. And the story beyond the tweet has even been captured on one of the leading websites we have here in Ghana called Ghana Web. And I don't know if Richie would want me to read the story. I have to read. I can go online, read the story, and come back to get the views of my people on this, where it says, Ghanaian rapper Pono, also known as Pono BM, has sparked controversy on social media with a tweet where he critiqued those who strive to win the Grammy Awards. In the tweet, which has since gone viral, he wrote, Grammy aimers, and Kwasia thinking kwa. This is what Yapono is saying. No. Grammy aimers, and Kwasia thinking kwa. This statement has drawn mixed reaction from his fans, followers, and music enthusiasts. Some have expressed confusion about the rapper's stance, while others have defended it. Interestingly, in 2016, Yapono himself tweeted that he was praying to win a Grammy. This apparent contradiction has led some to question his motives and sincerity. Many have commented that some artists focus too much on winning awards like the Grammy, which can have a negative impact on the quality of their music. A user said, they always do their songs for Grammy, which always decreases their actual performance from time to time, but they observe it otherwise. Another added, your only hit was given to you by Grammy aimer. You they try this. You've been in this industry for years. What you achieve, underground phone king. Another one also says, you won't bring yourself, if not Stonebwoy, like you get hit song before, attention seeker. One need try hey, sad you can't no I see wouldn't try today. That is what he says. I have to read. I see wouldn't try today. Well, so this is the two posts that have been discussed on social media. Grammy aimers, because you're thinking, and people who know beefing think that Yapono is talking to Stonebwoy, because Stonebwoy's latest album is what has been touted to win Grammy in the future. And once again, they took him back to 2016. The internet doesn't lie. And on this day, they proved that, Grammy aimers being because you're thinking, you said you pray to God for Grammy, or you were talking about granny, as in your grandma, or what exactly? And I'm asking, such thoughts from artists, what will motivate them to say stuff like this? Chabo.
Yeah,
Yapono is an artist himself.
Yeah, of course.
What will motivate him to say stuff like this?
He will say it without, thinking about what he has done or said in some time past. Some just caught up with them, or people refer them to what they have done before or said before. And unfortunately for him, now they are now showing him the receipts. And why will he say something like that? I think when you get to the point that you think either no matter what you do, you cannot even aim for it, or you have lost interest in even trying. That's the thing. And I think I can say that Yapono at this stage in his life or in his career has lost interest in even trying that he may get a Grammy or even go for it. Or he has heard something that he's convinced that he doesn't need Grammy anyway. But there's no need for you to come out and condemn or insult those who want it. It's too different.
So there's a condemnation, right?
Oh, of course. It's like you will not be thinking right if you are aiming to get Grammys. And what would be your reason to say that? I mean, Grammys, it's Grammys. Some people wish they have something like that. And tell people that, yes, me too, I work hard enough to be part of this scheme and I won or even got nominations. In fact, elsewhere, when you get nominations and they are mentioning your name or introducing you anywhere, they even talk about the nomination that you got or you have got. So
it's part of your accolades.
Yes. So it's something that some people will feel proud to mention, like Grammy nominee, 3 times Grammy nominee, 4 times and all that, without even winning. People are okay with just having the name that they have been part of it, they have been nominated. So I don't see the need for anybody at all to insult those who wants to get something like that. And behind the scenes, it works for some people. I've said this thing here before. Stonebwoy got a gig in Florida because of award scheme.
Yeah.
And I'm bold to say it because I was part of the whole process.
Yeah.
And I know how my guy convinced the people that Stonebwoy deserves it because he had gotten certain awards, so your people will be happy with him. And that's what got him the gig to participate. So for me, even I can feel it, or I can say that Stonebwoy may be eager or having that zeal to get a Grammy nomination if he's aware. I don't know if my friend told him about how he got him that gig. If he has talking to him or he has told him how he got it, he may have that zeal to get awards to also get another gig or convince people that he deserves it because he is part of this kind of thing. So if you don't like it or if you don't have interest in it, fair. I mean, it's you have your own life to live, or you have your own career, and you can decide the direction you want it to go. But it is not fair for you to especially insult others for also aiming for something like that. So I think Pono didn't speak well. I mean, there was no need for him to go that direction. He could have said that as for Grammy, there it's nothing to me. I don't want it. I don't like it, and nobody will fight you for that. It's your own personal decision. But to insult others who are aiming for
them,
who are aiming for it, I think that's not cool, and he shouldn't go that direction. It will not help him. It will not help anybody.
Okay, Ro, take over from there. Pono's tweet about Grammy aimers are saying I
have mad respect for Pono, but I think this time he goofed big time.
Okay.
This is not fair to anybody. It is just like somebody also saying that what's the whole hate that. And I will show you and say and if somebody says something like that and refers to Pono, I'm not sure he'll be very happy. Okay. And I know he will come guns blazing to give you 25 million reasons why he's doing music, and the fact that sometimes he's not even looking at what you see as a hit. You understand? So at a point where you had interest in and you thought it was going to benefit your career, and now that you think that, okay, it will not benefit you in any way, and you've lost interest, nobody would hold you responsible for losing interest in something. In fact, a personal decision, and since it is in a space where everybody is entitled to what they feel or what they want to do, provided it is not illegal, nobody can hold you like that. Come on.
That's true.
We just discussed about VGMA, where some people seemed and some people are sleeping on their nomination. But meanwhile, some people who didn't even get some nomination are crying. Somebody like Azonto had one nomination, missed out on the other, and did a crying party. But somebody has had, like Obiwo, 9 nominations, but Bakumpo Posti. So in that sense, if Obisu Tiechileka say, more aiming for VGMA and the person definitely wouldn't be fair. So this is a very unfair statement from Pono. Some people would call him to come and apologize, but actually
Pono to come and apologize.
But the Pono we know
they are not serious.
The Pono we know not by day, not by night, by thunder, by fire, So me, I'll just caution others not to be making such statements, because in the end, when people start pulling receipts for you,
and the things you have said,
some will not come as soft. Even this receipt is very soft. This receipt is very soft. Some people's receipts, if they contradict themselves one bit, near Chomu receipt, but Marcus almost shedding your in the past. I'm sure some more who still crying parts in a movie by time for Biswambo. So this is very unfair and very unfortunate from Pono.
Okay, Kobe, speak on this and let's run away.
All right, but before then, Brass and we should be mindful what we say and do, especially when we find ourselves in certain moods. It's very serious.
We should be mindful what
we do and say especially when we find ourselves in certain moods.
Okay.
Because sometimes you might be happy, too happy, and that happiness can push you to say certain things that you regret.
Chemo has one of his quotes like that.
Yes. And the same way you can be sad, and out of the sadness, brother Sammy, can send me later on when you realize, say, I was the one who said that, you be so disappointed. So I think he's saying this because of a certain mood that he finds himself. But it's quite unfortunate that a certain is coming from Pono. You see, when you are in life and you don't aim high, it means you are not serious. Everybody wants to grow, and everybody wants to reach certain level. But the same way, the level at which you cherish, others don't see that thing as achievement today. And that is why sometimes I have problem with people. Yeah, maybe your aim is to go to the skies, but someone's own is to just climb an electric pole, and that is how he sees his or her success.
Yeah, that other Miss Bell said her aim was just to get her own toilet. Because growing up, she was queuing to go to the public toilet. So all that she was praying was, oh God, one day let me get my own toilet in my room so that I can shit and be free.
So just so just as I'm saying, if you are not careful, you make certain statements that. But me, Pono say no. I know say he's not ready to apologize, and he won't do that.
No, he won't.
And brother, I mean, Mama Yantini maybe I say. I know many of the industry people be like, oh, attention seeker. Everybody need attention. Everybody, unless maybe you don't know what you want to use that attention for. So long as you're an entertainer, you find yourself in this entertainment space, you need attention, because there are certain things that if you have the attention, it will create the impression better than nobody listening to you. So
no, this is true.
Yeah, people will say beef too. It be part of the culture. But Ono for the past some years now, Pono has always been hunting around this whole thing. He's ready to beef hard. He started with Shatawali, Amfa. Sarkodie and so they need the beef, Amfa. You see, they are called Stonebwoy. Stonebwoy now too is very busy and.
But people are also surprised because Pono is Stonebwoy's guy of a sort. When they joined forces to do the Benabu song.
That one too is a different
same way Benaboy and Shatawale were once also a pair. And
so what you think they have fallen out?
Samini and Stonebwoy, nobody would have thought they would even come in.
No, so you think that they have fallen out?
Probably it is possible. It is possible. Mommy feature, mommy feature.
They have a hit song together.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Samini has a hit song with Sarkodie. Sarkodie releasing your friend say one of his biggest songs in his career. Samini Ambessa and Yungu. Normal. You can have the big song, but me no near fine. And there's
okay.
So
go ahead.
Just as I was saying, the guy is ready for a hard beef. Yeah. Or the own ones are. But you see at the end, because Shatta has released his Mali, ready pushing it. Stonebwoy 2 is also busy going for a tour. And at this point in time, not even Shatta, Stone, or Sarkodie will even respond. Because the very moment you respond, or the boto, he will come hard on you, and at the end of the day, he's going to win and you losing, swerving the attention that you needed to push a project that you are supposed to do. So it's a very smart move, though, but it's quite unfortunate that it is coming from him. We don't expect him to be to be saying certain things. But what if he wrote I still aim for Grammy? It won't create any sensation. Who will be talking about it? It's normal for everybody to say I need a Grammy. But if I tell those people looking for Grammy, they are mad. Of course, people someone sitting somewhere is desperate looking for it.
Oh yeah.
So his fan base or a group of people come hard, and at the end of the day, it calls for discussion, just as we are doing right now. So it's a move. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do this, Ro. Because your website, Showbiz channel, published this. I would want us to also look at this briefly. So when you go to the Showbiz channel GH, and that is Roland's website, you can also log on for some more stories. We have spotted some information on the album of Stonebwoy, that's the Fifth Dimension album. And in this, we have seen the Grammy CEO, Mason Harvey Jr., who has been credited as the creative director on Stonebwoy's Fifth Dimension album. And I'm here once again, sounding like an ambulance. Wow, 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 wow. Hey! So it says Grammy CEO Harvey Mason Jr. has been credited as one of the creative directors of Ghanaian reggae dancehall artist Stonebwoy's Fifth Dimension album. The album, which was released on April 28, 2022, features collaborations with, 23, and Timothy. April 23 features collaborations with several international artists, including Angelique Kidjo, Stormzy, The Stadaps, and more. Mason, who is an accomplished record producer and songwriter in his own right, is believed to have worked with Stonebwoy on the album's overall concept and direction, as well as the selection of guest artists and the production of some of the tracks. The collaboration came about through Mason's admiration for Stonebwoy's talent and unique sound. The Fifth Dimension album has received critical acclaim since its release, with many praising its blend of African and international sounds, as well as its powerful lyrics and messages. The album features songs that touch on themes such as love, unity, and social justice, which are all issues that are relevant to people across the world. Now, in conclusion, Harvey Mason's Jr. involvement in Stonebwoy's Fifth Dimension album is a testament to the growing recognition of African music on the global stage. Mason's collaboration with Stonebwoy is expected to elevate the album to get new heights and contribute to the growing popularity of African music across the world. The Fifth Dimension album is a powerful reminder of the unique talents and perspectives that African artists bring to the music industry. And this was posted by Roland on the page that is Showbiz channel GH. Now, that is not all. We have also seen a post from Rick Ross, Rich Forever, who has also posted Stonebwoy's album on his Insta story. And all these things are in of where Stonebwoy's album is going. Meanwhile, someone is also saying that if you're a Grammy aimer, now another question, another banger. Having Mason Harvey Jr. on the album as a creative director, is this a guarantee Grammy work?
Thank you for your question. Thank you for your question.
My goodness.
What's happening? It is not a direct guarantee.
Oh, boss Nankasa.
Oh yes, it is not a direct guarantee.
How?
Because
me, I make on fashion, I'll fire all of you.
I don't make it is not a direct guarantee. There are so many factors that come to play. This is just a fraction of the major requirements. So yes, like he even stated when he came to Ghana, that sometimes people think it is a popularity-based scheme. That is, they deal in the noise that people are going to make about you and all them things. But to him, these are just peers taking a decision on who to award and who to honor. So that's why he made mention of the fact that it has nothing to do with your streams. It has nothing to do with your numbers. So if you want something that is going to be decided by your peers, I believe one of the best strategies for you to get something like that is to involve them. Their involvement in whatever you want to have from them would give them that vim, or would encourage them to make sure they do what you want them to do. Which is why when you check the records of almost everybody that has ever won this scheme, you realize that on these projects that they present, it is either they have some Grammy nominated people on it, some Grammy winners on it, some Grammy affiliates who probably have been there before on their project. And Burna Boy is a clear testimony. If we are not going to go even by the western side, Burna Boy is a clear testimony. How do you call it? Westgate is a clear testimony. Even Rocky Dawuni is even a clear testimony. When you check on the projects that they present, you realize that these people were carefully selected. And I know Mason Harvey Jr.'s involvement in Stonebwoy's album, probably he is receiving credit. It will just a bit me empire, just a little input. Oh, like Stonebwoy stated, he chose 17 songs out of 65 songs. So probably it could just be, oh, why don't you take out this song and bring that song out? That's it. That could just probably be his input, and that's all. Maybe after listening to that particular song, he himself was like, he liked that song and would want. So in order for you to win his love, whenever voting comes up for him to vote for you, it is not a direct, but indirectly you are pricking his mind to know that the song that you like, you know, is on the project that you are going to vote for.
But how about the peers, knowing that the bosses or the boss has an influence there? Will it not also push them a little bit to say, oh, even if the boss worked on this, then it means this is of standard, it qualifies? Won't they have that feeling a little bit?
It is a game everybody needs to play. That is why it is a scheme. It is a scheme. You need to find a way to maneuver yourself into people's skins and minds. And that is one sure way. So you see people trying to feature Angelique Kidjo, trying to feature certain people who are known by the scheme, not because they want to feature them because they are big. Yes, that is on the side. But because they want certain consciousness for themselves.
Quick one. Chamo, another win?
Yeah, it's a good move, but it's not a guarantee.
It's not a guarantee, huh?
No, not at all, because Harvey will have a limit to the influence that he has on the whole scheme. It's just an organization with people, and they have rules and regulations or terms and conditions that they operate with. So Harvey can't find his own way and manipulate the system to favor certain people. You have to just go through the requirements, whatever it is, and if you are there, why not? So I think he's acknowledging him because at some point he gave him a direction, because he is under creative directors. So based on certain suggestions that he will give to him, that okay, for the scheme to accept this, you have to go this direction, or you have to do some of these things. I think it's normal, and it will not be only Stonebwoy getting such an advice from a Grammy affiliate person. I mean, there will be other people also making the contribution, but Stonebwoy chose to honor him or give him the acknowledgement for him being part of the whole project. It's good for Stonebwoy, as in it means that he will not miss what it takes to win the Grammy.
Okay.
That's what it means. Because a Grammy person getting involved will tell you what you need to do. So if nothing at all, he knows what to do based on the advice coming from somebody like Harvey and even Angelique Kidjo on the album. And so that's what it is. And I think it's a good move based on his ambition and what he wants to achieve. And also getting that global appeal. These are some of the things that you have to do. You can't just only use your own people and then project to others hoping that they will accept you. Yes, but that will be difficult than getting somebody from the other side joining you to project to them. It will make it easy because of the other person joining you. Angelique Kidjo, for instance, have the world appeal. I mean, she has seen it, or she has done it, or she has won a lot of awards in this world. She's been part of UN project, UNICEF, whatever. So Angelique Kidjo, with her experience guiding somebody like Stonebwoy will be in the right direction. So if Harvey will also come in with what Grammys, what they are looking for and how they should do their thing, that will be the best for you. So it's not a bad input or it's not a bad decision. It's a good direction that Stonebwoy is taking. Just that it can't be the guarantee. If others also feel that, yes, this thing that you have done, you deserve it, why not he will get it? If they don't see it the same way Harvey and others are seeing it, then I'm sorry, you may not get it. Then they will tell you better luck next time. But I think Stonebwoy, when it comes to this album and his aim, in fact, he has made it so clear. So we know where he's going. And he's doing everything right.
Okay.
Just that the only, the misfire thing was just going to put him in a different direction. But I think so far so good and he's on track. Let's wish him all the best. Yeah.
Okay, Kobe, speak finally and let's close. Our time is up.
All right. But I mean, always, I think I've been hearing this, that always follow who knows road. But it is sad in our part of the world that when people are networking in our country here, we see it on Shisha. You see, Stonebwoy knew where he was going and he knows the kind of reach that he wants. I think he started this whole networking thing not this year.
Yeah.
Over the years. And that one can clearly tell you the kind of collaborations that he's making. He makes, I mean, the kind of artists or musicians that he put on his music. And gone in the olden days, you see most of his albums with most Ghanaian musicians. But with this album, there's nothing like any Ghanaian musician. So that one self-cry for talk you say, man, they go in a different direction.
Okay.
He knows what he wants now. And me seeing it like this is very good. Yeah. Though, when the Grammy CEO came Ghana, he made certain things known to us. Until then, many of us were not even aware that you need certain requirements to be part of the academy.
We thought it was just numbers.
It was like just numbers, your presence on social media, collaboration, streamings, and other stuff. But at the end of the day, we've been schooled that it's not just about numbers. And that's how come Angelique Kidjo will win a nomination, will win an award over someone with huge numbers. So before you can be part of the whole Grammy, unless you become part of the academy.
Okay.
And with being part of the academy too, you should distribute your song out there, not locally, but we know what you're talking about.
In the US market.
Yes, in their market space.
And Stonebwoy has this done.
Yes, Def Jam is doing all these dirty jobs for. Aside that too, the board will review it, and upon that they will have to vote on it. So if this is what I want, and this person is coming from that angle, I think it would be the best or the wise decision than to go to that person for consultation. So ko baby na unim kwan na obi onim kwan na obisa ni achro oh pass here and you reach the destination that you're going to. But when you feel like, oh, I know there, I want to go there, that is why along the line you get stuck or maybe you get missing. So I love that step that he's making. It's very positive. But we should change how sometimes we see our things. The world is growing, and even the showbiz industry, things are not as we used to see those times. So how we see things, artist decisions, sometimes one artist will say this, the very moment you say I'm doing this, and all we can say is such artist is confused and that. No, everybody has a plan. So if I've applied this step and I think it's not working and I want to use Formula B, that doesn't mean say I don't know what I'm doing. So we should just understand the artist, and when there's a need for us to provide any advice when needful, we should just do it. But we shouldn't always let it seem say young kwan ni nyansa, young kwan and be able to my try some and see you mess up.
If it be easy, do like they say. Thanks to Intim Dodo Solomon, you can also call him Chemo, to man like Kobe Josvan, the nation's blogger, Roland Amate, who has now activated his website, Showbiz Channel GH. Go there, read some more stories. My name is Sammy Flex. Special thanks to the production team, Digital Rasta. He's also called Currency. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show, and Currency is the one who is operating our cameras for us here at Sammy Flex TV. We appreciate your time. We appreciate the fact that you also added your commentaries to it. Saturday is the VGMAs. And we have to go there. Unfortunately, ticket prices are high for some of our people. So we'll be doing GoFundMe right now to buy some more tickets. VGMA cannot afford all of us, unfortunately. I'm sure maximum they have given to Flex Entertainment will be 2. And the panel members should go. So please, tomorrow we are launching a GoFundMe project. We want our viewers to fund us to get some tickets. What's it?
500, 700.
Oh, I think.
I didn't say.
What didn't do? 500, 700.
500, 700.
Munyasa. So tomorrow, Chamo, we will launch GoFundMe and we get some individuals to support us to get some extra tickets. So some of our pundits can also go see it, and we will come back to do their reviews very well. If even before we launch it, if you still think you want to be a supporter of this, you can contact us on our number on the screen any day, anytime. Let's see what God will do to our souls. My name is Sammy Flex. I'll see you if I see you. We are out of here. Bye-bye.